Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between rolling hills and lush forests, there lived a young boy named Kai. Kai was known far and wide for his impatience. He couldn't wait for anything, whether it was his turn in line at the village market or for the seeds he planted in his garden to sprout. Kai's impatience often led to mistakes and missed opportunities, but he never seemed to learn. One day, as Kai was walking through the village, he stumbled upon an elderly man sitting under a sprawling oak tree. The man's face was weathered and wise, and his eyes sparkled with a knowing light. Intrigued, Kai approached him and asked, "Why are you sitting here all alone, old man?" The man smiled kindly and replied, "I am here to teach those who are willing to learn about the power of patience." Part 2. Kai scoffed at the man's words, dismissing them as the ramblings of an old fool. But something in the man's gaze made him pause. In that moment, Kai decided to listen, if only out of curiosity. The old man began to tell Kai a story of a mighty oak tree that once stood tall and strong in the heart of the village. The tree had weathered countless storms and provided shade and shelter to all who sought it. But one day, a terrible storm swept through the village, and the oak tree was uprooted, its branches broken and its roots exposed. Part 3. Kai listened intently as the man continued his tale. The villagers were devastated, for they had relied on the oak tree for so long. But as the days passed, something miraculous happened. The tree began to heal itself, slowly but surely. Its branches grew back stronger, its roots dug deeper into the earth, and in time, the oak tree stood even taller and more magnificent than before. The old man looked at Kai and said, "Just like the oak tree, patience is a virtue that allows us to weather life's storms and emerge stronger and wiser. It is not about waiting passively, but about trusting in the process and having faith that all things will unfold in their own time." Part 4. Kai pondered the man's words long after their encounter. He realized that his impatience had caused him to miss out on so much in life: moments of joy, opportunities for growth, and connections with others. Determined to change his ways, Kai set out on a journey of self-discovery and transformation. He learned to slow down, to savor each moment, and to trust in the unfolding of his own journey. And as he did, he began to see the world in a new light, a world filled with beauty, wonder, and endless possibilities. Years passed, and Kai grew into a patient and wise young man. He became a source of inspiration for those around him, sharing his story of transformation and the power of patience. The village flourished under his guidance, and the oak tree under which he had met the old man became a symbol of resilience and hope. As Kai sat under the oak tree one day, he reflected on his journey and the lessons he had learned along the way. He knew now that patience was not just about waiting, but about embracing the journey with an open heart and a steadfast spirit. In that moment of quiet reflection, Kai realized the true essence of patience. It was a deep well of strength and resilience that flowed within each of us, waiting to be tapped into. And as he gazed up at the branches of the oak tree swaying in the gentle breeze, he felt a sense of peace and gratitude wash over him. With a smile on his face, Kai stood up and walked back into the village, ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead with grace and courage. And as he did, the village echoed with the whispers of his story, inspiring all who heard it to embrace the power of patience in their own lives. Part 7. As the sun began to set behind the hills, casting a warm golden glow over the village, Kai knew that his journey was far from over. But he also knew that with patience as his guiding light, he could face whatever the future held with a sense of calm and confidence. And so, the story of Kai and the power of patience lived on in the hearts of the villagers, a reminder that in the stillness of waiting, there was a strength that could move mountains and a wisdom that could illuminate even the darkest of paths.